It is your girl, Miss T Talk, and I'm here with Nolan Santo. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. The reason why I'm like sighing is like, wow, it's been 6 years since I've interviewed you. Like, so much has changed in life, career, music, everything.
Big time. I wanted to, before I get into me, I wanted to give you your flowers because seeing your growth from then to now, when we did our interview, we were in, I think, my friend's like small studio room in his house.
Right.
And now we're here. So.
Now we're in a studio.
It's really inspirational just to see it. So I just want to let you know.
I appreciate that. It's so
For sure.
funny because 2017 was the year I graduated college, and I was like, I want to get back to people, and
Right.
I want to. And now we're sitting here at a studio, Saxon Studios, and I'm so grateful to be here, to be in this space, and we're here 6 years later, and you're still making music. It's not like nothing has really took a stop. But what has grown, the numbers, the fans, the supporters, and everything like that, the projects. So, when I first interviewed you, you was really just getting started. You just put out, I think, like your first project. So you was just like getting, through the mud. And things have changed. So tell me how, because I'm gonna plug in our little interview in here just to show.
Oh man, I don't know if I want to see that.
You didn't have this facial hair like you. We were really kids.
Yeah.
But now we're grown. So like, tell me the process in the last 6 years. I mean, you haven't stopped making music. So tell me, you keep going because people do stop, especially the pandemic.
Yeah. You know what it is like at the end of the day, I always just had the passion for creating. So it's like, there's nothing that could really like deter me from doing that. Like I always just want to be creating. It's like if I'm not creating, I'm just not myself. So I never really, maybe even back then I might have had more of a, I need to get on, and I still want to be recognized for my work, absolutely. But I think that I've just fallen in love with the process so much that it's like, that's just what kept me going for so long. And I know a lot of other people like aspects of like, they might make music, but they're more so involved with like making music videos. They like visuals, they like taking photos. And for me, it's really just been like, I love making the music. Like it's just about the music. So I just keep going.
You just keep going, yeah, because even when I think back to 2017, the climate of music in Long Island was young. It was a lot of people really. It was just like it was like a trending. Like I want to make music for myself, for everybody, and stuff like that. But then a lot of things have happened. But for you to be so passionate to still create and drop content, and you have another project coming up, and stuff like that, we'll definitely get to talk about. But you've reached throughout these years too. You reach a milestone as well. I see that you have over 5,000 listeners on Spotify. Being from Long Island, I mean, we're very people say that we're very secluded. And you have over 1 million views plays on one of your songs. And how did that feel? Because it took years. So people think that I got 1 million plays, but it took years.
It took years. Yeah, nothing about me and my music process has been instantaneous.
Right.
So, I mean, and it was a good feeling though, for sure. But I think that, I don't know, it wasn't as like crazy of a feeling as I thought it would be.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why. Maybe it's just because like it's not about the numbers so much anymore for me. Like I said, I still want recognition, but it's just more of like, as long as if I have a song that has 100 plays and somebody reaches out to me and goes, yo, but I've been listening to this song, even though it's not known, and they're like, that's really like, it's getting me through something right now. That means so much more than 1 million streams anywhere. So, but it's definitely cool. It's cool.
It's definitely cool to be like, a little brag on my 5 seconds. When
Quick
I
flash.
when I have a million, if and when I have 1 million views, I'll be like, oh, like that.
You will.
That.
I promise you.
We halfway through. We're like 500,000.
Okay.
Which is great. YouTube, not combining with TikTok. I do want to talk about TikTok though with you.
Okay.
It's interesting because of the climate of music, everything is changing.
Yeah.
So 6 years ago, sorry, almost, we didn't have TikTok then.
Nope.
So how do you feel about that now and how it affects streams and music? Are you on TikTok? Do you?
Yeah, I'm on TikTok. I want to be more active than I am.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but I do have TikTok, and I think TikTok is great for independent artists just trying to get on, just posting content daily, and people who don't know you are gonna find out who you are. Me personally, it's
Tell me, because everybody has their own like gist about it.
yeah, I mean just I never want to make cringe content. You know what I mean? Like so if I want to post a TikTok, like I always kind of want to make sure it's semi like like good content. You know what I mean? But so that's kind of been my setback of like. But this is another thing I want to talk about actually.
Yes.
Just reminded me.
See, there we go.
One thing I've learned is I've always been very critical of my work in general, and it's held me back from a lot of things. It's held me back from releasing stuff, from doing more visuals and things like that. And I think what I've learned is to give yourself permission, just even if it's not something that you might think is amazing, but just release it. Just give yourself permission to be like, okay, it's okay if it doesn't do well. It's okay if it's not your A work. It's still work that you made at a point in time that you captured a feel from, and maybe somebody else can hear it and be like, you know what, that feel resonates with me. So and it's everything is so subjective in music too. It's like somebody might not like one thing you make, and somebody else might be like, this shit is something else.
This got me through this, and this is the best thing that I've listened to compared to
Right.
artists that we've been listening to our whole lives. And I'm glad that you said that, because I feel like we, as creatives, music is still art at the end of the day.
Sure.
There's times where you sit back and you're like, maybe I shouldn't put this out, maybe I should put this out. And I'm glad that sometimes you got out of your head and just to put out the content, even if it got a few plays. People are scared about getting 2 or 3, 10 plays on their, on their music.
Yep.
And I think that's what holds a lot of people back into being creative is the plays. If I come out with an interview and it has 20 views, I'm so excited. I don't care.
Yeah.
And I do look at the retention to see how long that they're watching and stuff like that. In music, you can see how long somebody is listening to music as well. But it's always important to just put out content, because you just never know who's watching or who's listening.
Yeah, and I think if you release music, in a sense, you already kind of won, because you're putting yourself, as a creative, you're kind of putting yourself in a vulnerable spot for people to judge you, and people. It's uncomfortable sometimes. You have content that you're just like, I don't know what people are gonna think, but allowing yourself to put it out there, I mean, that's already you're getting over an obstacle that you should be proud of. Just put your music out. Put any of your art out. Just put it out. If you're proud of it, do it.
Yeah, and I think that's a nice way to definitely put it. Is you're winning by having that confidence in pushing out and making it. Because sometimes I've been thinking about I want to go into the studio and make a little something sometimes. I don't know why.
That would be fine.
I want to rap so bad.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, what's your feature credit?
Right. I want to rap so I think that's a fun fact that I probably never said before, but I definitely want to because the music scene. No, you are an artist, but the music scene with women.
Yeah.
Women.
Yeah, that's true.
Join that. But I just think that that music has changed as well.
Yeah.
When it comes down to I think when I first talked to you, it was a lot of track remember Fetty Wap just came out when I had you on the show, and it was the
and SoundCloud was about
SoundCloud was that's where
big thing.
That's where you originally was on. That's not listening to.
I was a SoundCloud rapper.
He was a SoundCloud rapper from Long Island doing the thing, and I was like, let's listen to music, and I listen to it now, and I'm like, wow, he's definitely transformed. And what helps you get better in the studio, better with writing, and better in craft, because you do write your music?
Well, I think it's like anything. It's like playing an instrument. You just get better as you do it. I've probably since then I've gotten a little bit more open to I used to be a lot more notepad writing, and now I'm more so I'll hear an instrumental and I just go right to the microphone because it kind of just captures a feeling immediately. And sometimes if I'm writing and I'm away from the microphone, I'm a little bit more in my head, like, oh, is that line gonna hit? Am I gonna sound good on that? And you're not really like trying things out. So I've gotten a little bit more experimental in the studio, and that's been a kind of a better part of my process.
Yeah, I think it's important, sometimes even like switch it up a little bit. I'm not saying like, okay, we need to be in the studio doing the same song, same cadences, like some of our favorite rappers do. But I think it's important and healthy to like just like switch up some things and play and just to see for yourself. Because sometimes you don't know how your audience is or what they want. I know a lot of artists have been asking like their audience like, what song should I drop next? They'll be doing sneak peeks. What should I do next? What should I do next? I'm like, damn, just put it out.
It's funny. It's so funny you say that because I've been that guy.
Yeah,
I
follow you.
Yeah, so you're not. Yeah. Subtweets.
Yeah. Here we go.
No. But yeah, I mean, I've done that before just because I do a lot of different stuff, and it's like, again, you have to give yourself permission to, if you like what you make, just put it out rather than, it's good to check the temperature on like what people are feeling, for sure. Like people are like, oh, like I like this song. But I try not to go too deep with it because it's like, I like to do some like R&B rap. I like to do some kind of straight rap. I like, in terms of like bars. And I also like to do like, I've done alternative songs, and I think my goal now is like to build such a big catalog to where if somebody likes the alternative, they're at least gonna have a solid group of songs they can listen to. If they like the R&B rap, they're gonna have a good portion to listen to. So if that's what it is, it's what it is.
Exactly, and I like that people can dip and dab in different genres and different musical elements when it comes down to your music, and it's just like to see. So you've had a couple of projects, three projects. You're releasing your third one. How many projects do you have out?
I guess I have 3 out.
Right.
I have small EP out. I'm dropping an EP on Friday too.
Oh.
Yep, 6 songs. And I also have a mixtape I made when I was 16 that nobody knows about.
Oh, so that's in the basement.
Yeah.
Are we gonna hear that music ever, or?
Ever hear that music?
Yeah.
The world doesn't need to hear that music. I'm gonna save all of you guys the time, and don't listen to it.
I still have some of my old TikTok episodes up, from when I was 18.
Yeah.
Just like 2, but I archived 100 videos. Cause I'm like, nah, y'all not gonna get me out here and see me wilding when I was like
crazy.
18, 19 in college. So I understand when you're saying like, oh, Tiana, like, no, we're keeping that.
But it's cool to see the growth.
Yeah, it
personally,
is.
Right?
It is
like,
cool.
Here you are. You're out here.
Here I am.
Yeah.
Here I am.
Here.
It's cool to see the growth and to witness it and to see how far somebody has come when it comes down to even interviewing and all these beautiful lights and beautiful people that you're working with. So I think that's dope. What is your EP gonna be called?
My EP is gonna be called. Oh yeah.
Because you didn't know. I'm like, what was the EP?
Well, I did.
Yeah.
It's gonna be called Reservations. Reservations.
Okay. Why Reservations?
It's kind of like in my mind, I'm not the biggest fan of explaining titles just because I feel like I want people to decide what it's about. But in my mind, I'll tell you my interpretation of it. It's a double meaning of like reservations in terms of like love, like you go to dinner reservations and like you're just experiencing whatever, you're experiencing relationship things and
right.
But also reservations in terms of having reservations about taking that next step with somebody and being, so it's like a double meaning in my mind. I just thought it kind of fit. And yeah, I'm just
You got the cover art and everything?
I got the cover art. Yeah.
Oh, because you're big on it. You gotta have a nice cover art on there,
Yeah.
and nice little artwork on that point. All right, okay.
Yeah.
Reservation dropping. April?
What's Friday? The 28th.
28th. April 28th. Because this is out after April 28th, so we have to say it as if.
True.
So you had an EP that dropped.
Yeah, and it went crazy. Millions of plays.
April 28th.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Reservation. So that's your latest project. We get some music videos with this. We're at different times. We usually do the whole rollout. So we're gonna get some visuals this time.
Yeah, I actually just shot something yesterday for one of the songs. That's gonna come out the day before the release. So that'll be cool. I'm kind of in a new mode now where I say it's an EP, and because it's 6 songs, so it's it's an EP. But
Extended.
yeah, it's more so like I like to do like packs now. So I'm kind of like challenging myself to release like at least a pack of 2 songs every month, and if it ends up being more, it's a little bit more.
I love when artists do that.
Yeah, because it goes hand in hand with being critical of your work, and now I just feel like giving myself like, oh, like, well, if I drop a flop this month, I can come back next month and drop a hit. So
Right.
let me just keep releasing and being consistent and showing my face more. You know, it's just so the
Yeah.
packs are, I think, the way to go for me right now.
I love that, and I can't wait for the world and we all to hear it and stuff like that. So where can we find you? I really appreciate you for coming on my show today again.
Thank you for having me.
Again,
This is
years
a pleasure.
later, we're back and we're doing it. But where can we find Mr. Nolan Santo?
You can find me anywhere, just Nolan Santo, NolanSanto. Spotify, Apple Music. I'm on TikTok. My Instagram is Nolan Santo Music. Yeah.
That's it.
There it is.
And thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate it.